When Arjun opened his exam results, he stopped breathing for a second. Failed. Again. Not one subject, almost all of them. His hands started shaking while everyone around him celebrated their scores. Some students were crying from happiness. Meanwhile, he quietly closed the website and walked home alone. Because at 19 years old, he genuinely believed his life was over. Arjun wasn't lazy. That's what made the situation worse. He actually tried sometimes, but his biggest problem was inconsistency. Some days he studied 10 hours. Other days he wasted the entire day scrolling YouTube and Instagram while lying to himself. I'll study tonight. Night became tomorrow. Tomorrow became months. And slowly, the pressure became unbearable. Every time he opened a textbook, anxiety hit immediately. So instead of studying, he escaped. That's what many students never admit. Sometimes procrastination isn't laziness. It's fear. Fear of failing, fear of disappointing people, fear of realizing you're behind. And Arjun carried all of it silently. Failing wasn't even the hardest part. Facing people was. Relatives asking questions, neighbors comparing him to others, friends moving ahead without him. One sentence especially destroyed him. An uncle laughed and said, "Some people just aren't serious about life." Arjun smiled politely, but inside, he felt completely broken, because deep down, he already felt like a failure. For weeks, Arjun isolated himself. He stopped replying to messages, stopped going out, stopped believing in himself. Every day looked the same. Wake up late, feel guilty, promise to change, do nothing. It became a cycle. And honestly, the scariest part about failure isn't the event itself, it's how quickly it can destroy your confidence afterward. Once someone loses belief in themselves, even small tasks feel impossible. One evening, Arjun sat quietly at the dinner table while his mother cooked nearby. After a long silence, she asked softly, "Are you done giving up on yourself?" That question hit differently, because she wasn't angry, just disappointed. And somehow, that hurt more. Then she said something he never forgot. One bad year doesn't decide your entire life, but quitting might. Silence. Arjun stared at the floor for nearly a minute. Then for the first time in months, he felt something return. Not motivation, responsibility. The next morning he cleaned his room completely. Simple thing. But mentally, it felt huge. Then he created a realistic routine. Not some fake study 18 hours a day plan, just consistency. 3 focused study sessions daily. Phone away while studying, sleep on time, exercise every evening. At first, progress felt painfully slow. Some days his focus still collapsed. Some days he wanted to quit again. But instead of chasing perfection, he focused on showing up daily. That changed everything. Around 3 months later, something surprising happened. Studying stopped feeling impossible, because confidence slowly returned. Not from motivational videos, from keeping promises to himself repeatedly. That's the secret most students miss. Confidence is built through evidence. Every disciplined action tells your brain, maybe I can trust myself again. And slowly, Arjun started believing in his future again. 1 year later, Arjun sat in front of the same exam results website. Heart racing, hands cold. Then the screen loaded. Passed. Good scores too. For a few seconds he just stared silently. Then he started crying, not because of marks, because he remembered the version of himself who almost gave up completely. And suddenly he realized something powerful. Failing the year wasn't the thing that ruined him. Giving up on himself almost was. A lot of young people secretly believe one failure defines their entire future. One bad exam, one rejection, one mistake. But real life rarely works like that. Failure is common. Staying down permanently is the real danger. Arjun learned that the hard way, and maybe that's why this story matters. Because somewhere tonight, a student feels behind in life, feeling ashamed, feeling scared, feeling like everyone else is ahead. But one bad chapter does not mean your story is finished. Sometimes failure is just life forcing you to rebuild stronger, this time with discipline instead of pressure.